2021.
What's going on, Midfest Speedfest? We are here kicking off the Mid-Spring Speed Fling 2020. I am Tasselfoot, please call me Tass, and this is Untitled Goose Game. I'm sure you guys are all familiar with the Goosin', but I will give you a quick rundown. We play a evil goose who attacks an English village and goes to steal a bell. However, this is reverse area order. That means we are going to beat the game backwards. Instead of going through the four areas, normally the garden, high street, back garden, and pub, and then getting the bell and returning it back, we are going to use a whole bunch of really nifty glitches, and we are going to beat the pub, then the back garden, then high street, then the garden, and then we are going to go into the model village, steal the bell, and bring it back home. And all of that, hopefully in the vicinity of, 14 minutes or so. Without further ado, we might as well kick off the party. Who's ready to get their honks going? I know I am, so we'll say we'll start the timer on first honk, which will be in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, honk. So yeah, in normal Goose Game action, you probably can come across a lot of weird physics interactions just normally. It's kind of, I would say, almost intentional by the developers to do that. So we're not going to open this gate. Actually, we are going to open the gate. Sure, that's a thing that just happened. I clipped through and then somehow didn't clip through. Anyway, because we reset, if we hadn't opened that, it would open automatically. Because the game doesn't understand how you can get through that without actually opening it. So when you reset at any point, it just automatically opens, which is cool for this category and for 100%. If you've seen any percent runs of the game, this is boot clip. It's how you get into... almost like that. It's how you get into the pub in the fastest way possible. There we go. That is boot clip. It is one of the two hardest parts of this run. The other one is going to be how we get into High Street. So now we're going to complete pub. Oh no. Oh, okay. Oh, I was very worried there. I thought she was going to kick us back out, but we're okay. So the thing is this is slow. We have to do the set the table, which is the gather task for pub. But the reason that we have to do this is because we didn't beat back garden yet, and when you don't beat prior areas, or each area you beat opens up a whole bunch of invisible barriers. So effectively, we're having to get into all of these areas in spite of the invisible barriers. And so there's an invisible barrier at the front of the pub, which prevents us from doing the task for the pint glass in the canal, which is faster than setting the table, but because there is no possible way for us to do that, we have to set the table. So we're just gonna, run all these items over to the table. We're actually only gonna run 2 of them. And then we're going to come back here and we're going to pull out the chair from the old man because, timing and speed things. There we go. And hopefully Pub Lady is, right over here with the boat. She's actually a little bit behind where I wanted her to be. And as soon as... okay, there we go. So we honk her there to start luring her down here, because as soon as we get this knife... is that the knife? That's the fork. As soon as we get the fork on here, we're going to finish all of our tasks. And so then we're going to need her for the final task. And so if she's already here, she is now close to where we want her. And Box Girl is in the way. That's fun. Bump into her. That cancels off the animation that she was doing. We do that in a lot of places, in a lot of categories for this game, where you can honk cancel, or you can bump into NPCs to cancel out animations. Oh, nice. Because Box Girl there saw us, she still bumped into our bouncer Vinny there. But because she saw us, she didn't get confused about the honk and just kept moving, which is really nice. Box Girl has a tendency to get in the way, just due to her she has the highest priority of those 3 NPCs right there, so she pushes the other ones out of the way. All right, we have finished pub. And as soon as his butt hits the tomatoes, we can reset. And it'll still trigger. Right there. So, if you were playing on the 1.0 version of the game, if I reset there, it would put me at the start of pub. But there was an update that was given for this game to kind of prevent people from glitching and taking advantage of it. So if you reset, it puts you back to the first area that you have completed. And since the first area that we've completed is pub, we have all of these areas behind it that aren't completed, and so it puts us back at the start of the game, which is actually really helpful, because otherwise we wouldn't have a good way of getting out of the pub. It would be a lot faster, a lot slower. So resetting puts us out at the start, and then we can grab that apple and we do a hover up the bridge, and then we can come over here to the back garden. I did want that apple. I didn't really mean to drop it. So we're going to do some slightly slower strats here. I'm not sure. I don't think I'm going to make this cycle, but I'm going to try it anyway, because why not? Oh, no, that's pretty bad. Okay, cool. I thought he was going to go and get his slipper back. We want that slipper to be gone, because one of the tasks here is to get him to walk barefoot. We also are going to have to clip that and the pipe here. It's fun doing clips when you can't see what you're doing. Alright. Uh-oh. Please stop. Okay, perfect. And we're gonna need a sock. We're gonna need the sock for later. So we're just gonna leave the sock there. And I promise I will explain the sock later, but for now... From here on, we're going to complete everything just like we would in any percent glitchless for our back garden. I'm going to miss this cycle. Damn it. I was trying to do all of that and make that, but timing did not work out there. It was either do that task with the bell and then, you know, do this with the pipe afterwards, or wait for an entire another cycle. And I think this is faster. However, we are going to now miss another cycle that we're still going to get to later. But that's going to be okay. I'm kind of planning for it. Peck at the bush, because that's where we're going to want her to finish to clip the rows. We also want to keep her at the bottom of her garden. That's kind of why we do that. The honking over there is we're just stalling her, basically. Yeah, so you see that I missed the cycle. We're going to have to wait for the teacup to happen again, which is then going to put Tina, the messy neighbor, into a weird position, and we're going to have to wait again over on her side. Excuse me? Can you... dude. Alright, cool. That was fun. I picked up the slipper again instead of... Oh, actually, yeah, that didn't lose time. I was gonna have to wait for that anyway. So, if you miss that cycle, she goes back with the shears over to where the vase was and, like, wonders about it. And then if you open the gate when that happens, she'll drop the shears. And then instead of going back to the shears, she forgets that the shears exist at all, and she won't actually do this task. So that's super fun. Sock. Okay, cool. Sock didn't want to clip. Great. And we're holding the sock the wrong way. You gotta hold the sock by the tip. Always by the tip. There we go. Okay. This right here is the hardest part of the run. This is how we're going to get into High Street. It is incredibly jank, and it could take 2 tries, or it could take 40 tries. So, again, this has to do with the invisible barriers. Ooh, ooh. Ah, that was so close. There's invisible barriers here that are basically preventing you from being in High Street and clipping out and going to back garden, but it works the same way in reverse, where it prevents you from getting in. So you actually need to clip into this bush here, and then go around. And it's super jank and incredibly inconsistent, and it's the one thing that really makes this category bad. But it's also why the estimate is super high. There we go. There we go. Hey, we popped through. That was honestly not bad for that clip. It's just really hard. And now we're going to complete High Street normally. Just coming in from the right side instead of the left side. This is going to be very much like your casual experience playing High Street. Did not want that to fall off. But hopefully the shopkeeper will help us out and we'll put it back. We'll see. It might happen. It might not. We'll find out in a minute. We pause there until you hear the sound of the door opening, because if you flip the TV on earlier, it causes the TV shop owner to get confused and to look over, and it loses you a couple seconds. Honk. Hey, she put it back. Gooby, if there are any donations, this is a great time for it. And
well, right now there are no donations, but I just wanted to let you know what the charity is for Mid-Spring Speed Fling. We are fundraising for the OI Foundation, the only national health organization supporting people with tennis imperfecta, which is a group of genetic disorders resulting in easily breakable bone. So if you type !donate in chat, you can view all our goals and bid wars there. All right, take it away, Tassel.
Cool. Yeah, definitely, guys. I know the marathon's just starting, but please get those donos in. Always helping out good causes. That is what we are doing. So we finished High Street. There we go. It triggers just before. And, oh, hey, not terrible RNG. Not amazing RNG, but not terrible. I'm used to this being terrible RNG. And we get Wet Willy. So, yeah, we are going to do Garden. Garden is very quick, and it is going to be basically like your normal speedrun Garden from any percent glitchless at this point. Because we have completed the other 3 areas, and then again, you know, same thing as earlier, because we haven't completed the Garden, when we reset, it puts us right at the Garden.
I do have a donation that just came in now.
Oh, nice. Go ahead, as we just screwed things up here.
I think you would appreciate this file name. We got a $20 donation from Diston that says, "Let's go Midwest Speedfest and crush that goal." And that goes to putting the Monkey Ball 2 file name as Honk.
Hey.
And then Roma also donates $5 that says, "Good luck and have fun at all."
Thank you guys for the donos. What's up, Diston? I'm sorry that I'm not wearing a Goose outfit. So yes, so we lost a little bit of time. It's, for whatever reason in this category, it's harder to get Groundskeeper Willie to stop for his hat than it is in other categories. Other categories, it's not too hard, but in this category, for whatever reason, it's really, really hard. I think it has something to do with resetting versus doing it at the start of the game, but I don't really know. So anyway, we just lost a little bit of time having to wait for that. But we are now finished. Now we're going to go and we're going to finish the run. Why do we have a sandwich? It's early in the morning. We are not hungry, but we need our sandwich. What for, you may ask? Well, all of the invisible barriers are gone because we've beaten the 4 areas of the game. So normally, when there would be a huge invisible barrier here, there is not. So we can use the sandwich and clip through that gate. This means that we don't have to go through the entire game and go through pub to get here into the model village. Good old sandwich clip. And then we're going to grab Little Timothy. And Little Timothy is going to help us grab the bell quickly. Say hi to Little Timothy. And say goodbye to Little Timothy. And we are just about done with reverse area order. Looks like we're going to be coming in right around 14 flat, which honestly, for this really jank category, ooh, first try on the bell clip back out. is really good. This category is just super inconsistent because of a couple of just really hard tricks. And yeah, it looks like we're going to be coming in. Time is going to stop when the bell gets to the bottom of the bell pit. So it's going to be right around 14 minutes, maybe 14:01 on my clock here from the auto splitter. Time's coming up in like 3, 2, 1, time. Ooh, 14 flat that I've got there. I don't know what the official marathon time is, but thank you guys so much. This has been Untitled Goose Game reverse area order with some really nifty glitches that hope maybe you guys haven't seen before, and now you have. If you're interested in speedrunning Goose Game, please check out the Discord, which is linked on the speedrun.com page. We have tons of categories. We got a bunch of meme categories, short categories, longer categories, really long meme categories, all sorts of stuff for you. Super active and fun community. If you're interested in following me, you can check me out at twitch.tv/Tasselfoot. And good luck to everyone else for the marathon. Thank you so much for letting me kick things off here at the Speed Fling.
Well, thank you so much, Tasselfoot. That was a great run. Give some love to Tasselfoot. Go follow Twitch channel, Tasselfoot, streaming there. Stick around for Mid-Spring Speed Fling. We have got a 4-way Super Monkey Ball race. That's going to be really exciting coming up here.
For sure. Definitely check that out. And hopefully we get Honk on the file name. That would be pretty sweet.
Honk.
Honk!